Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. I'll just share my slide and we can start. Can I just double check if you can see the slides?
Yes, it's just about, I can see you putting it into presentation mode, and you've got your notes on the side are showing at the moment, Peter.
So this is better?
Yes, very good, thanks.
Okay, great. Thanks very much, Marian. So I'm Peter Hajj, Head of Delivery for the National Digital Twin Program at the Center for Digital Build Britain. And I'll just run over a number of slides that give the background and some of our recent outputs on the National Digital Twin Program. And at the end, touch how the ways where DAFNI has supported the National Digital Twin Program, but also how DAFNI, or some of the example of how DAFNI can support a nation of digital twins as well. So to set the story to it starts, so the National Digital Twin Program started with the publication of a report called Data for the Public Good from the National Infrastructure Commission. So this report made recommendation to Treasury and to government that the nation should go towards developing a National Digital Twin Program and made 3 specific recommendations which are now the mission of the National Digital Twin Program. So these are deliver an information management framework to enable data sharing between different data sources and different digital twins, to enable the National Digital Twin, which is an ecosystem of connected and integrated digital twins rather than one massive digital twin of everything. And then number 3 is to align industry, academia, and government towards a national digital twin. And this is what we have been tasked to do, and we've been doing that over the past 3 years or 2 years and a half. One of the first things we published is the Gemini Principles. So you may have come through this. So these set high-level principles and guiding values for the National Digital Twin Program, but also could apply for individual digital twins and organizational digital twins. And at a high level, there's three principles. So purpose, every twin should have a specific purpose, so what problem is trying to solve. Trust. I think someone unmuted me or muted me again. I don't know. Can you hear me?
I've unmuted you, but it disappeared there for a while, Peter. It's fine again.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Is this better? Okay, sorry.
Thank you.
So I was saying on the 3 high-level principles, so purpose, trust, and function. I'd highlight one of the core principles, I suppose, within DAFNI as well, is around security and openness. So data should be as open as possible. So it doesn't mean open for everyone, but open as possible. So accessible and shareable. So on the information management framework, we've done an exercise over last year, which was published, our ideas on what is needed at a national level to enable effective information management across different organizations and digital twins. And this is the technical core of the IMF, which highlighted 3 components. So one is a foundation data model, sometimes referred to as a top-level ontology. And this is how we describe things in the world around us. So the starting point was the built environment, but effectively it applies across sectors. Number 2 is reference data library. So this is the vocabularies and the words. So it's consistent, and we call the same things using the same words. And number 3 is an integration architecture, which is how do we integrate the digital twins across sector and ensure it's a secure connection. In terms of the FDM and RTL, there's been a huge number of work over the past year. I just highlight here 2 documents which were published back end of last year. So a survey of top-level ontologies and a survey of industry data models and reference data library, both available on. So if you Google them, you'll find both documents, also available on the DT Hub. So these two surveys, the purpose of them is to inform the requirements and the choices for the foundation data model and the RDL. And now in the coming weeks, we will be publishing basically the learnings from the surveys and suggesting the starting point for an FDM, so for a top level ontology. So just moving on to the integration piece, so I won't spend so much time here. It was very well presented by Daniel, the core concept. I think the bit which I touch on is adding to the digital twin this connection to other digital twin and an ecosystem of digital twins. So a cross-section on a connection is basically what allows you to see the information management framework or the NDT. And we've worked over, so part of the pathway document, we did put an earlier version of the integration architecture, and now soon we're publishing another document titled Integration Architecture Principles. But this sets out the requirements of what do we need in an integration architecture to enable resilient and secure data sharing, that is, data is consistent, and basically enable the integration of the digital twin across organizations. Moving on, so I'd like to highlight a core part of the National Digital Twin program, which is the Digital Twin Hub. So I think some people might be familiar with the Digital Twin Hub, but just to introduce it, so it's a web-enabled community. So it's a community of people who are interested, work, or invest in digital twins. And we launched the Digital Twin Hub back in April, and as of today, there's around 700 organizations on the DT Hub, more than 1,000 members. There's a lot of resources and ongoing resources that we keep updating. So there's a glossary, there's a number of case studies, use cases. There's an academic register which lists research projects on digital twins, where anyone from the community can add their project, the purpose, website, etc. We also have a number of videos and talks. So just here in the snapshot down right is one of very, very earliest talks on the DT Hub, which was actually by DAFNI, and presenting some initial thoughts on how DAFNI can support a national digital twin, or a nation of digital twins. So here just a snapshot about the sort of thing. So we have a number of case studies, and this is community driven. So the community can add their digital twins. So we have, for example, BT, Bureau Happold, Coloring Cities, etc. And anyone can add their digital twins as well. I'd like to also highlight this report, which we've published yesterday along with Tech UK. It's called the Digital Twin Toolkit, and it's trying to address today's challenges around adopting digital twins in organizations. So what this document is trying to do is to provide guidance around how to approach digital twins through a roadmap of how to implement digital twins, a template business case, and a use case framework, which I've put a snapshot on the right-hand side. And this is all published on the Digital Twin Hub. It's a working document, which we will enhance with an online collaborative workshop tool, where you can use it and go through steps so you can see what you need to do. But also welcome all feedback from everyone on the call. So if you are on the DT Hub, you'll see it just right on top at the moment. So feel free to have a look, comment, share your thoughts and advice on it. Just to also highlight two things, or other aspects of the program. So we were doing a lot of work around standards. There's also a roadmap for standards. Also on the DT Hub accessible, and soon we'll be publishing a skills and competency framework for the IMF and for basically integrating data across organizations and push towards data quality and systems thinking. So if you're interested in this side of things, I'd keep an eye for this publication, which should be in the coming weeks. And finally, to wrap up, so DAFNI and NDTP have worked together for a long time now. on the program, so on the delivery program, DAFNI is part of is a member of the Digital Framework Task Group. So this is the governance body of the National Digital Twin Program. DAFNI contributed to the Digital Twin Toolkit, which I showed earlier, and is heavily involved across the DT Hub, so through articles, surveys on ontologies and others, and presentations. And some of the examples of how DAFNI can support a nation of digital twins or a national digital twin already touched on, I think, through Daniel's presentation. So secure repository for national infrastructure data and models, collaborative platform to research and develop digital twins of infrastructure assets, high performance computing to scale up, data hub and storage capacity to share, create, and integrate data. And with that, so just here, so again, invite you all to join the DT Hub, contact us on this email, and it also mentioned that we have a weekly Gemini call, which is open to everyone, from 10:30 to 11 on every Tuesdays, and we run through what we've done over the last week and some of the coming things we're doing over the next week. So it's quite high frequency, self-contained. So if you miss one, you can always join the other one. And if you're interested, just feel free to email us at this email here, ndtprogram@cdbb.com.ac.uk. And that's it from